Hey guys, Matt here with Tell Happy TV, and this is the NordicTrack Vault. In the next few minutes here, I'm going to give you a walkthrough and a review of the NordicTrack Vault. For starters, I think the NordicTrack Vault is a really beautiful way to store weights inside of a small space, like a small apartment. You can very neatly organize your dumbbells and hide them away behind this beautiful mirror, so you don't have to have your dumbbells out and exposed all around your apartment. So what is the NordicTrack Vault? Well, it is a mirror that's about 70 inches tall, and it has a 32-inch touchscreen built into the mirror. Standing in front of the mirror, you can see the touchscreen and operate it, and you can also see a reflection of yourself. On the inside of the Vault, you get 6 dumbbells, including a pair of 30s, 25s, 20s, 15s, 10s, and 5s. Also, you get a 30-pound kettlebell as well as a 20-pound kettlebell, as well as a yoga mat, 2 yoga blocks, and a variety of resistance bands. The door opens like a hinge, and it can actually be rotated, and it can face a variety of directions. So really, you can kind of use this thing from multiple different angles inside of your space. And on the bottom of the NordicTrack Vault is a sound system with 3 speakers. This is a great example of like their music not sucking the... And I find the volume of the speakers on the bottom of the Vault to be sufficient, but you can hook this entire machine up to Bluetooth speakers externally, like these ones on the side of it, if you'd like to. I've had this NordicTrack Vault in my apartment now for about 7 months. And in the past 7 months or so, I've been using it pretty regularly. I find it to be a super convenient way to store weights that are out of sight, and it kind of doubles as a mirror, and the whole thing really doesn't take up a whole lot of room. It's super convenient to be able to just pop this thing open and have access to weights, and the mirror is really nice to be able to check your form and make sure you're doing the exercises correctly. One of the downsides of this is, even though it's beautiful, it is a mirror and it does get dirty, so you gotta wipe off those fingerprints, keep it looking nice. Additionally, I find that there is a wide variety of workouts to follow in the ifit classes. So if you don't know what you want to do with your weights for the day, you have a personal trainer basically built into your living room. Within the ifit platform, there is a variety of workout programs, including sculpt and tone, strength training, boot camps, yoga and mindfulness, and Pilates. Here's what the ifit home screen looks like. You can see there's a few featured now, as well as latest from ifit, some recommended programs that are up next for you, and some recommended series. You can also browse by categories such as abs, legs, core, arms, glutes, upper body. For example, let's click on arms. There's 17 different workouts listed here in arms, including shoulder strength, powerful back, and quite a few different workouts ranging anywhere from beginner to intermediate to advanced. Over in the browse section, there's also a trending series as well as short workouts, body weight workouts, and other trending workouts. Of course, you have your yoga and flexibility. You can choose by trainer, and there's other series such as strength progressions, abs and core, total body workouts, upper body workouts, lower body workouts, active recovery, as well as percussion gun, which is your massage gun. Here's what the screen looks like when you select a workout. It shows you how much time it's going to take and your estimated calorie burn. As you can see, I've done this one before, so you just click on repeat to play. I find that the load times on the NordicTrack Vault are actually very quick, and I have not had any sort of disconnection issues at all with the Wi-Fi. And this is actually an improvement over some older NordicTrack hardware. In the beginning of the class, you do get a little bit of a warm-up period, which you can skip by pressing End Warm-Up. And on the top of the screen, you can see your estimated calories burned as well as time elapsed, and you can tab over to time remaining. And there's also an estimated calories burned per hour. I find that the touchscreen is super effective and responsive. It's pretty much just like using my iPhone. Down at the bottom, you can choose to add Bluetooth accessories. So if you don't want to use the built-in speakers, you can hook up your own speakers, or you could use headphones, and you can also hook up a heart rate monitor. So we'll go ahead and tap on End Warm Up, and it jumps straight into the class. So since this is a mirror, it's a little bit hard to record without, getting me and the camera in it and all of my background in it. But I do really like the clean aesthetic of how they have the trainer on the screen with basically no background. Now there's some debate on whether or not you should have this mirror open or closed when you're working out. I think having it open is nice because then you have access to all of your weights. So as you can see, it's basically just the trainer on a mat, and then you can see yourself very clearly overlaid. So this is like super great for basically having your own personal trainer, because you can very clearly see yourself and exactly the form and pace that you should be doing the workout. As far as the settings go, you basically just tap on the screen here and it pulls up your options. So you can pause the workout if you want, resume the workout. And then also you can choose to go like full screen mode or not. So it'll basically turn on or off your metrics and show you the music or not. So right now, it has like the estimated calories burned up here on the top left, and your time elapsed, and estimated calories burned per hour if you did this for like a full hour. Now, most of the workouts are not an hour long. One feature that I really do like about the ifit NordicTrack Vault is the audio and music settings. You can log in here and independently adjust the music volume from the trainer volume. So there is a master volume switch right here that you can adjust. But in addition to the master volume adjustment, you can independently adjust the trainer volume.
3, 2.
And as you can see, that touchscreen is super responsive. And also you can adjust the music volume, which I have the music down for copyright purposes. And I should mention, yes, copyright purposes, because ifit does actually have a good selection of music, basically the kind of music that I would have on my Spotify playlist, you know, music that I would listen to on my own and not music that you would listen to in an elevator. So the music does come from feed.fm, and you can choose your station. So they have a variety of stations, including like 80s pop throwback, top 40, up-tempo pop remixes, hip-hop throwback, country, rock, classic rock, dance/EDM, and down-tempo yoga. So there is quite a variety of music, and you don't have to have any music. You can actually just turn it off with that button. So if you have your own music you want to listen to, you can do that as well. So I want to take a moment to focus on the actual weights that come in the set, because I mean, it is a little bit of money you're shelling out for these weights, but I do think it's worth it. They are a nice set of weights. Taking a look at the knurling on the actual hand grips, I find it to be like pretty deep knurling, and they feel really good in your hands to grip and hold on to. Also, they are like a square style weight, so they're not gonna roll away on you when you set them down on the floor. And in general, the weights themselves are just as pretty as the actual NordicTrack Vault. The actual dumbbell part of the weight is like a rubber soft touch kind of material, so it's not like some cheap iron weights. So the knurling on the dumbbells is really good, but on the actual kettlebell, there's not any knurling on the handle of the kettlebell. So let's talk about some of the pros and cons of the NordicTrack Vault. So if you're looking at the NordicTrack Vault, you might also be looking at other systems like the Tonal, for example. One of the things that I really like about the NordicTrack Vault is you do not need to mount this thing on a wall. So yes, it is a pretty heavy piece of equipment to move around if you want to change its location, but the nice thing about it is you do not need to basically have this thing permanently installed in one location in your home. Also, if you are in a rental, you don't have to worry about tearing up your walls with the NordicTrack Vault. Also, like I mentioned before, one of the pros of the NordicTrack Vault is this is a beautiful piece of equipment, and the weights inside of it are also beautiful. It's a very aesthetic thing to add to your home. Another pro is the audio in those built-in speakers is perfectly clear. Of course, it does have the Bluetooth, so you can hook it up to external speakers or earbuds if you'd like to, but I don't think you need to. Another pro is the touchscreen is very responsive and basically no lag at all from the Wi-Fi connecting and loading the classes. Everything has been smooth and seamless in terms of operating the Vault. Also, the trainers and the classes in the ifit classes on the NordicTrack Vault, I find to be really effective and good. Now let's talk about some of the cons of the NordicTrack Vault. One of the downsides of the beautiful inside of the NordicTrack Vault is you basically have to have it arranged just like this in order for everything to fit just perfectly. Also, another potential downside of the weights that come with the NordicTrack Vault is they only go up to 30-pound dumbbells. So if you want heavier weights than 30-pound dumbbells, then you're probably gonna need to buy other weights other than the NordicTrack Vault weights. And the downside to that is they might not fit in this cabinet. Everything in the NordicTrack Vault is a pretty tight squeeze, so if you needed to put some different brand weights in here, it might not work out as cleanly and nicely as the Vault weights themselves. And another downside of the NordicTrack Vault is, as good as this thing looks, I wish that it could go back a little bit closer to the wall. As you can see, I could push the whole thing back just a little bit further. However, from the point of the back of the vault, there is a little bit of a base sticking out, so it's gonna have to stick out basically this far from your wall. And the last on my list of cons of the NordicTrack Vault is, as beautiful as this mirror and display is, it is a touchscreen, so it basically repeatedly gets dirty and it's always gonna have fingerprints on it, and you have to basically stay on top of like wiping this thing clean in order to keep it looking nice. It does come with a nice little mirror cleaner, and it's actually really good and effective for cleaning the mirror. So overall, I've been loving the NordicTrack Vault, and I think it's a great piece of equipment for working out at home, and I'd highly recommend it. So if you are interested in seeing current prices for the NordicTrack Vault, I do have a link below this video in the description box. And if you did find this review helpful and you would like to help support Tell Happy TV and you're interested in purchasing the NordicTrack Vault, if you did buy through that link below, it would help support this channel at no additional cost to you. Whether or not you want a NordicTrack Vault, if you did find this review helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Any questions or comments you have, please leave down below. Click subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.